What's up, guys? Welcome back to Unparalleled Universe for another action figure review, and today we'll be looking at the 112 Collective Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice Superman figure from Mezco. And here's a quick look at the front of the package. With the slipcover on, you've got the Batman vs Superman logo right in the center there. At the bottom it says Superman and 112 Collective. At the top it says Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice. Then on the back with the slipcover on, you got a bunch of shots of the figure, and then once you take the slipcover off, you get just one big shot of Superman. And then on the inside, once you flip the front cover open, you get a big Superman logo. And then on this side, you're able to see the figure. But like always, it's kind of hard to see because of all the plastic that Mezco uses to pack their figures. So that's it for the packaging. I'm a big fan of the collector-friendly packaging, so I'm happy they continue to use it. So let's take a look at the articulation. So his head is able to move side to side. It's able to tilt a pretty nice amount. You've got movement at the head itself and at the lower neck, so you could get it to move all over the place. You've got some rotation here. You could get it to go back about that much. You could get it to go forward about that much. And for its torso, you have the two joints. You've got the mid-torso joint, then a joint here at the waist. But for some reason with Superman, it really doesn't move too much. It doesn't move as much as like the Joker, for example. It moves about the same as the Batman version from Batman vs Superman. Then it could go back about that much. Then it could tilt a little bit, but not very much still. And then you could get it to twist a little bit. And then for his arms, they're able to come forward about that much. His clothes fit really tight, so it doesn't give you as much movement as some other figures, but it moves about that much forward. Moves about that much back. Then you've got the butterfly joint, shoulder joint thing, but it doesn't really move too much. That's about it there. And his arms are on ball jointed shoulders, so they come out to the side. Then you've got upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. You've got a swivel at the hand and a hinge at the hand. And then for his legs, they're able to come out to the side a pretty nice amount. About there. They go to the front about that much. Then they come back about that much. You've got upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. You've got a swivel here at the boot. And then his feet are able to rotate around. They go forward about that much. They come up about that much. And then they're able to rock side to side. And his ankles seem to have a little bit more movement than a lot of the other Mezco figures, so that's pretty cool. That seems like it's an improvement right there. But yeah, pretty good amount of articulation for Superman. All of it works really good. His clothes do get in the way a little bit more than other Mezco figures because it fits tighter. But yeah, overall pretty good. Alright, now for his accessories, he comes with a couple different sets of hands. And this is the first set, it's just a pair of fists. And then he comes with a pair of flat, like flight posing hands. And then he comes with some open, like dramatic hands. And then he comes with a set of gripping hands. And the gripping hands can be used to hold on to this manhole cover, this Gotham City manhole cover, that also cracks in half. And this thing looks very nice. It's sculpted really good. It says Gotham City right here. And it also cracks, but when you put it together, it holds pretty good. It's not loose or doesn't want to just fall, you know. So yeah, this thing's very cool. It's got some nice paint detail. Yeah, this is a very cool accessory. And then he comes with 3 different head sculpts. And this is the first one, it's just a plain face. And I think it's sculpted pretty good. I think it's pretty accurate to the actor. It looks very much like Henry Cavill. And the only thing about it has like a weird like brown sprinkle on it or something. Like it's very faint. Like it doesn't stand out a lot, but when you look at it close, it has like, I don't know, like a brown overspray or something. I don't know, but I think it looks good. There was some pictures that came out a few weeks ago from overseas from somebody that had Mezco Superman, and a lot of people were going crazy about how bad the head sculpt looked. So I kind of had low expectations as far as that goes, but when I had it in hand, I was impressed. I think the head sculpt came out really nice. And yeah, you got the classic Superman sculpted hair and stuff like that. and it all looks good. It looks very, very good. And here's the second head sculpt. It's like just a little bit more angry than the other face, but I think his teeth kind of look weird. I don't know, it looks kind of strange, but it doesn't look bad or anything. I think it still looks like Henry Cavill, and all the sculpting is done good. The hair looks nice. It does have that weird brown effect too, but like I said before, it doesn't look horrible or anything, that effect. It just, I'm not sure what they were going for. You could kind of see it there on his cheek though. Maybe they were just kind of trying to make it look like actual skin or something, but I don't know, it's a little distracting. But yeah, this head looks nice too, just a little bit more angry, that's all. And then you've got the third head sculpt here, and this is like it's trying to go for like a laser shooting effect or something. And it looks decent. Again, it doesn't look horrible or anything, but I kind of wish that it came with like some kind of thing that you could attach to his eyes to make it look like he's shooting lasers too, because here it just looks like, you know, like he's got allergies or something, or I don't know, something going on. And I wish they painted more of the eye. As you could see, they just kind of put a dot there, like a yellow dot in the center. I think it probably would have looked better if they just painted the whole eyeball like orange and yellow or something like that. I think that would have been cool. But yeah, like I said, it doesn't look horrible. It looks kind of cool. I think it just could have been done a little bit better. But all the sculpting stuff is there. And I think maybe it would have been cool if his hair was a little bit messed up, because it still looks all combed nice, even though he's, you know, getting mad and shooting lasers. But yeah, again, not horrible or anything, but could have been a little bit better. Of course, you got the Mezco stand, and it looks very nice. You've got a Batman vs Superman logo here in the middle. Then you've got the peg, and if you don't want to use the peg, you could go ahead and pop that out with the arm. And I bet this one's going to be, oh, that one popped right out. Some of them have been really tight lately. But yeah, you could just stick that in there, and then you've got your articulated arm if you want to use instead of just a stand. Again, these stands are really cool, but they're too big for me, so I don't really use them. And another thing, they get smudged super easy. But yeah, they're very nice looking stands. And here's a look at Superman on the stand. And yeah, that's pretty cool. I might actually display him like that. I think that looks pretty good. And here he is on the stand just using the peg. And I think that looks pretty cool too. And it holds him in there pretty tight, so that's cool. And then he comes with this cape posing mechanism. And I really do not like this thing. Mezco's included this with all their figures that have capes, and I've never been a fan of it. What you do is you take these arms and you stick them into the holes here, and then you clip the cape into the clips. I really don't want to do it because the Superman's cape is pretty thin, so it's really hard to get it in there. But anyways, you'd clip it into there, and then you'd stick this onto here, and then you could get it into some poses. And sometimes it looks cool, but to me, it's just not worth risking messing up your figure just to get it into this thing. I really wish they'd figure out something better, because I really don't like this. And for some size comparisons, here he is next to Marvel Legends Havoc and DC Icon's Green Lantern. And then here he is alongside Mezco Punisher and Mezco Commander Rogers. And then here he is next to Marvel Legends Wonder Man and Marvel Legends Pizza Spider-Man. Here he is next to Mezco Joker and Mezco Green Arrow. And then here he is alongside the two Batman vs Superman Batman figures that Mezco's put out. We've got the armored one and then the standard one. And I think he looks really good next to both of these, so I'm very happy with how they scale together. Now here's a closer look at the figure itself. And as I mentioned before, I'm pretty happy with the head sculpt. I do think that it kind of looks a little bit pale, and they were trying to prevent that with that weird brown texture kind of thing that they were going for. I just don't think it worked as good as it could have. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the paint and the face sculpt. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with the face. And for the costume details, it looks amazing, the way that they captured the way that this kind of looks from the movie. It has like a rubbery kind of look to it. It looks really cool. I was kind of worried as to, about how this would look, but I really like the way it looks. And then you've got the Superman emblem here in the center of his chest, and that's hard plastic. That's not like part of the rubbery suit or anything. That's like a hard plastic that sits in the middle. And it's actually attached to his chest. It doesn't want to move around or anything like that. So that looks pretty good. And I really like how tight the suit is to his body. I really like that, because some of the Mezco figures have really loose clothes, and I'm happy to see that that's not the case with Superman. It's really tight on him, so that's very good. And the boots are really cool too, as you can see here. Let's see if you can get a better look. They're like textured, and that's really good, screen accurate, so that's cool. You've got these kind of details throughout his whole body there. And the cape is really nice. It's really light though, as you can see, kind of see through it there. But it looks very good. I like the way that it's folded up here. I think that looks really nice. And it's kind of tucked into there. Looks very cool. And yeah, they didn't do that weird skin thing on his fist, so I'm surprised. I don't know what's up with that, why they did that on the face. I don't really know if you could see it right here. But yeah, I'm sorry to keep mentioning it. It just looks kind of strange. But it doesn't make me hate it, so yeah, it's alright. But yeah, anyways, very good details and stuff. I really like the way they did the costume. I like the fact that it's so tight on his body and stuff. Very, very cool. Another thing I really like about him is the fact that his suit kind of is tucked under this, so you don't have to worry about it coming down or anything. It's held together by this plastic piece here. So I think that's cool. I like the fact they did that. I wish they do stuff like that more often. Same thing here. It isn't plastic, but it's like a thicker material than the rest, so it's not gonna, you know, it doesn't want to pull up when you're posing it. It only goes up so far before that stops it. So I think that's cool that they did that. And yeah, I really don't feel like the suit is gonna rip or stretch or get pulled in any of these open places or anything like that. So I'm glad that they did all that. And I was really curious how they were gonna execute the effect on the costume, and it's just kind of like rubber stuff over the cloth that they use. It's like a rubber, I don't know what it is, some kind of rubber design. You could feel it, feels rubber when you touch it. But yeah, I think they executed that really good, and it captures the look that it was going for. So overall, I'm really happy with this figure. I think that Mezco did an amazing job once again. Superman was a figure that I wasn't really excited about. I was just going to pick him up to go along with Batman and Wonder Woman. But yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised by him. I think a lot of the pictures that are floating around out there really do not do him justice. He's a lot better in hand. His face sculpt is a lot better in hand. I really think they did a good job on all the head sculpts. The only thing is it has that weird overspray effect thing that they were going for. I think they were trying to make it look like real skin, and it just kind of looks a little bit strange. It doesn't ruin the figure or anything, but it is noticeable when you have it in hand. But yeah, aside from that, I think the face sculpt is good. The sculpt on all the sculpted parts are good. The boots, the hands, the emblem, all of it looks really nice. And I really like what they did on the uniform. They did a really good job there. And overall, just a really good figure. It's going to look great next to the Batman figures from the movie. And yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. The only thing I still don't like is that Mezco cape posing thing. I think that thing is weak. They really need to come up with a better way to make the capes posable, whether it's like wires in the capes or something that attaches to the cape easier, because that thing is just a hassle to deal with. I was actually dreading talking about it in my review because it's just a pain to deal with. I really don't like it. So hopefully they come up with something better. I do apologize for skip kind of skimming over that. So if you'd like to see like a more in-depth look at that, you could check out like my Batman Mezco reviews. I cover it in all three of those. So yeah, you could check it out there. Yeah, I really don't like that thing, so I had to just, skip over and move on with my life. But yeah, anyways, he's a really good figure. I definitely suggest picking him up if you're a Superman fan or a Batman vs. Superman fan. He's going to look great next to Batman. I can't wait to pose him up and, have him displayed and stuff. And yeah, very happy with this guy. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that cool stuff. And thank you very much. Peace.